Because what we're going to do is pick through a little bit of material and I'll show you. Always get rid of water, because water makes the material go all over the place. Make sure your bucket is as close to the sluice as possible. You don't want it over here, because half the material you're carrying over is falling off. You can use a trowel to do this. Some people prefer a trowel. I prefer by hand. The only thing by hand, you get a lot of material through, you end up with no skin in your hand. But I mean, bear in mind, we're not going to do lots today, so you can imagine this the material and just put it through. That's actually not bad how it's running off. You see how it's just running off that mat? And trying to feed it roughly just about an inch from the edge, and the reason for that is you want to have as much space on that rubber mat as possible, and that's where you're going to see your gold. That's basically your sampling is there. You're going to see gold. If you're getting gold, that's what it'll be. And what I'm doing is what I call feeding the chickens, okay? Feed the chickens equally or then there'll be a big fight. Spread it all the way across your rubber mat, and that material, as it's going down, that piece of material is now processed. That's how quick it is. Okay, the material is processed. It's just a nice slow way of doing it. The sluice is running pretty much perfect. And remember, if you want to change your sluice, you want to actually slightly modify it. It's not about moving the sluice all the time. You might find you need to raise a little bit at the bottom by lifting it. But if the velocity is too high, it's not by changing the sluice, change the river. Create a little dam about 3-4 feet up from it, and all it will do is slow the velocity of the water. If you want to drop the actual height of the water flow there, some of these stones here is holding back the water here, and if you lift them, that water flow is going to drop if you think about it. So you're not having to constantly adjust the sluice all the time. They've kind of fixed that in place, they've done a bit of work. So what we'll do is do that. I don't know if somebody wants to have a shot of this, feeding it. I mean, you can put the other bucket there. I'll get you a towel, if you fancy a towel. Ew. I don't know if you want to try that. Now remember, never put your hand below the water, but that's what creates eddy currents. Sorry, let me just stand at this side there. Wait there. And you know, most people say like, you know, when you get gold, how do you know it's gold? No, like, trust me, you'll see gold. There's gold there, a bit of gold just arrived there, just a small dot. And the reason you know it's gold is because it's not moving around like the rest of the material. There is another bit of gold just there. There's now 2 bits of gold. And that's the 2 bits of gold that are visible. You've got to remember, some of the material has gone out, it's maybe gone to the first riffle or down the edge of that rubber mat or here. And you'll see it when you empty it, where the gold is. See how the riffles are getting filled? Does that know? Well, what's happening is basically, these are designed with eddy current, so there's a current going back the way, and as heavy material comes along, what we do, it injects all the lighter material, and the heavy material will go in. So there's a bit of gold here. So we've got 3 bits of gold in the mat. You see how there's a nail there?